To find me, I leave you dusted, I leave you behind me. I flip the switch from 0 to 90. If you do too much, I'ma do the almighty. You know I got it, you know I'm a legend. You know I'm the one, I do not come in second. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We bout that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more.
The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Houston Texans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, these two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series. From the 41, Tannehill forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left. Contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Tannehill. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Second and 10. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Montez Sweat. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And the Jags are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Shifts by him, and this will be a Jaguars first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. So these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visiting Jaguars who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Jacksonville. They'll try the left side here with Love. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Well, this defense for the Texans, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it with Hines. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running, because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
And he'll go down at the 28.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
And not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll hand it off. It's Love. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Love. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 54 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Hines into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Nyheim Hines. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. After the sack on 1st down, Tannehill. That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A big connection on that one. 37 yards. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Under pressure, they got him again. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. And here now is the Jaguars' all-time leading scorer in another uniform. He had over 1,000 points with the Jags, Josh Scobie. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines, and he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play there on the catch and run. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They'll try the left side. Hines. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Nyheim Hines with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Rohrwasser on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Chase Young just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Final shot here before the break. Tannehill going deep for Hopkins. He's got him in. Complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. Here's Mecole Hardman. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. Being chased out left.
And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the 1st down sack. Hurts. Hurts fumbles it. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime.
And he's going to go down again. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. There was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Play action. It's Tannehill. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Big tight end over the middle, complete. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Mostert, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run again with Hines. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Dancing to his left. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. Franks now. Flush to his right. He finds his man, complete. It's Love. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Love. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. Is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 116 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They turn to Love on the handoff. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I can't believe
Now a give, right side. Ayers, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Justin Rohrwasser now for the PAT. And it is now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. Tannehill throwing again. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Tannehill on first down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill steps away to his left. And Tannehill's got the first as he slides to a halt. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give a Scotia credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
Just touchdown, Texans. Raheem Mostert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Prater for the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 119 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. The Jaguars on third down. Can't fault these numbers, 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's got some space here. Well, they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 24. A big gain there on 3rd and long. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. On 3rd down, it's Love. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Tannehill.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. Short throw to Dissly. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
He's able to find Miller. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 3rd and long It's Tannehill.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of first as he's dropped at the 46. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it's looking like the Jags are going to win this football game. That one looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
I almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Jacksonville, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Houston, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.